Ahead of the one-day session of the Manipur Assembly called for the 29th of August, there's tension once again in Imphal. In the new check-on area of Imphal, some houses were set on fire on 27th of August. Now, this was an area which was once known to have played host to a number of communities, Meitei Hindus, Meitei Muslims as well as Cookies. So when the houses were set on fire there, that broke the brief lull, the brief break that Imphal and Manipur saw in violence, loot and arson. There is tension ahead of that assembly session. Politically also, 10 Cookies or Hamar MLAs from the tribal communities, they have decided not to attend this one-day assembly session that has been called. Even though Chief Minister N. Biren Singh said that he was in touch with these MLAs, the MLAs later issued a clarification saying that this statement by the Chief Minister seems to be a deliberate political move to sow what they call seeds of distrust. These 10 MLAs also told the media in Imphal and in Manipur that they were not in touch with the Chief Minister. They are not going to attend the assembly session that has been called. Ikram Singh of the Congress Party, the former Chief Minister of Manipur, has also taken on the Manipur Chief Minister and the government on their decision to call this one-day assembly session. Ikram Singh also said that this one-day assembly session is being called just to fulfill a constitutional obligation and not because there was any serious business on the agenda. He told the press that, the Business Advisory Committee meeting seemed to suggest that only obituary references were on agenda of this one-day assembly session that has been called. Obituary references mean that that particular day usually gets adjourned in the assembly, no other business happens. So that a lot of political back and forth happening ahead of that one-day assembly session. Meanwhile, in Delhi, there are some talks about what could be a possible solution to the kind of complete breakdown of trust that has happened between the Cookies and the Meiteis, between the Imphal Valley and the hills. One of the suggestions that has come from the Manipur government is to provide greater autonomy to the hill councils, something that may not be acceptable because the Cookies and the tribal communities have been asking for complete separation from the Manipur government, that they alone have territorial and political as well as developmental control over the hills, something that has been rejected by the Meitei community supporters of N. Biren Singh. So this is one of the options that has been suggested. The centre is in talks with both the Cookies and the Meiteis. Just last week, the Kokumi group, the NGO group, met Home Minister Amit Shah. Before that, the tribal group leaders had also come and met Home Minister. The interlocutor is also regularly meeting the Cookies and the Meiteis, and at least a dialogue of some form must begin, is the consensus that the Cookies and the Meiteis must speak to each other. But for now, while the Cookies are adamant that they want to be masters of their own fate, they don't want to have anything to do with N. Biren Singh's government. N. Biren Singh for now is dangling that carrot of greater autonomy for the hill councils, and the jury is out whether that will be acceptable.